Hello and welcome to the Fridge Game Reviews. I'm your host, Mr. 6507, and today we're going to review Suuuupah Hexagon.
Super Hexagon?
Jesus! What are you doing here?
Talking about Super Hexagon!
Okay, well, if we're going to review Suuuupah Hexagon, we're going to need more space. Okay, so now that I can breathe...
And I'm not under a desk.
How about you, since you're so obsessed with it, tell us about Suuuupah Hexagon.
Okay. Well, Super Hexagon is a game on Steam made by Terry Kavanaugh of Distractionware. The same guy who made Bo.
Really? Now this game is hard.
And I mean really hard.
To the point where there is no easy and no normal. You start with hard.
Or hardest. Or hardestest.
Hardestest.
Harderester. More harderest.
All of the hard.
All of the hard. It is so hard. It's ridiculously hard. And it's such a simple concept. You wouldn't think it's so hard. All you do is you move around the hexagon.
So this game, on top of being ridiculously hard, it's enough to throw pretty much any epileptic into shock.
Yeah, it messes with your sense of what exists. First you're like, it says, oh, it's like this is pretty simple. Then you're like, is it 3D? Or what's happening? What's going on? And then all of a sudden your left eye starts twitching and you fall on the floor.
Yep. So also what happens is the hexagon... The hexagon in the middle decides to beat with the music, which, may I add, is very amazing super techno.
Oh yeah, music in this is really good. If you can listen to more than 5 seconds of it, good for you.
Triangle. Square. Pentagon.
And as it's doing that, it actually changes the dimensions of it. So instead of staring at a flat plane the whole time, all of a sudden it just tilts and your brain goes...
Perception? What is that?
So talking about the amount of time you can spend on it, most rounds in Suuuupah Hexagon last the amount of about 14 seconds.
If you're good.
If you're good. Now the first time you play, you probably last a half a second going, ah!
Hey, I managed to get a full 1 second and like 1/10 of a second if you count that. But I do, because in my book, 1/10 of a second means a lot.
You want a cookie?
I don't want a cookie.
Well, I don't know what to do with my cookie then.
Eat it. You eat your cookie. That's what cookies are made for. Stop chewing on Bo.
So this game has two modes. It has, for the most part, lack of story mode, and then it has hardcade mode. Where essentially it unlocks all of the levels that you would unlock in not so story mode, and then it allows you to enter your initials after every one and fight with your friends to see who can lose the most.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's the less amount of fail? That's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yep.
Speaking of arcades, like imagine if this was in an actual arcade machine.
My God.
This would be the biggest quarter pumper you've ever seen. Just ha ha. Now I need more quarters.
No, I have epilepsy.
now I have epilepsy and no money. This is a bad day.
Speaking of quarter pumpers, we're going to go play more Suuuupah Hexagon. So remember, guys, stay cool with the fridge.
I'm gonna lose.
Yes, you are.